Yeah, hello guys, and welcome back to the Football Fan Zone with your boy Tembam Banks. And you guys are all you know. Today we're talking transfer still, and we're also going to be deliberating on some few things that has to do with other clubs. And for a while now, I'm sure you guys will be wondering that what's his name, short so or opinion facts,
FC.
opinionated facts. I've not been on the show. He has been busy. He has been busy, very, very busy, man. But today I was able to get hold of him and he's here with us. Shotso, my G, what's up? How are you doing now? How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing well. I hope you're not asking me how I'm doing based on Manchester City's politics. Just me as a person.
You can say you can say what you want to say about your club. Do you think are you guys moving? Do you like the way you are moving when it comes to transfer?
So far, I can't complain. I believe Manchester City can be fair when they want to. Releasing Alvarez was a smart move for Alvarez because man, he's not a player that should be a second choice. He's not a second choice player, and in Manchester City, we know that Pep favors Erling Haaland more than Alvarez. So Alvarez choosing game time. And in a way, he kind of completed football at Manchester City. So it's a right time for him to try out a new challenge.
And that's the honest truth, man. What you said, you are spot on because one thing is that Alvarez, he could just go and retire right now because he has
Yeah,
won everything.
he literally
He has
completed
won
football.
everything.
It's crazy.
He won everything. And it's like, but one thing is this, man. Like you said, based on the fact he's a City fan, you are a City fan. I
Yes.
also want to know your opinion. So, do you think that the loss of Alvarez does he have effect on your team, or do you think you guys are still very much strong, or would you want them to bring in a signing if you are going to
Uh,
say?
Personally, I would like for Manchester City to get another striker because Erling Haaland is also injury prone. Let's not forget that. And there are certain games where Erling Haaland's gameplay does not fit into that specific game at the time. Because Erling
Okay,
Haaland is not always there, you know. So they
yeah.
games where he's not there, we need a different flavor. So Manchester City, I feel like they are gonna do a late signing with a striker because Pep has a thing of signing players we kind of don't know about. We know them,
Hmm.
but we don't know them. Even this new signing from Girona, Manchester City make good financial decisions. I want
Hmm.
we can't deny that. So if anything,
So
I
one
would
thing
just
is
like
this, man.
Manchester City to just. I would have loved if we got Olmo. You know that if we
Oh,
got
Daniel
Olmo.
Mo.
Yeah,
Well, you're not getting it because he has officially signed for what's it called,
Barca.
Barcelona,
Oh
and
man.
that is a good addition for Barca.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good addition for Barcelona. So, like, which player will you want if you have it on your way right now to sign a player from Manchester United or a striker from Manchester City? Who would it be? Who would that one player be to replace
Uh,
Alvarez?
mm, mm, mm. I can't think of one straight from top of my head because I need somebody that has the quality to be fit in the system. Because you need to have a certain amount of discipline and attitude to play for Man
Hmm.
City. And you could
Okay.
play, you could bench, you could get benched for 3 games or play 10 minutes and then or you could score a hat trick and then bench you next game. So you need players like who understand that playing for Manchester City comes with that. So at the moment, I can't think of anybody at the moment. Yeah.
But there was an article that said that Manchester City was being linked to Real Madrid, Rodrygo. They are looking at Rodrygo. I don't know how true the article is, but this morning they've come outside to say that Rodrigo is staying back at Real Madrid. And for me, I don't think Real Madrid will be willing to sell him now. And let me just see the news. Let me see the news, and it's coming from Manchester Evening News.
If
And it says Manchester consider bombshell swap deal. Refresh Rodrigo claim emerge. And it says Manchester are willing to take Rodrigo for 118 million pounds. 118 million pounds. But now here's the trick, man, because like you said, we are looking for a striker that will come into the club and not want game time. you know. But with Rodrigo, I don't think he
He's
will come to Man City and be on the bench.
but
Honestly.
but but okay, if because Rodrigo is not really a striker, he's a winger.
Hmm. Yeah.
So if he does come to Manchester City, I believe he would be the perfect replacement for Mahrez. Because Mahrez is the only person who played the right wing the best way that I know. So
Hmm.
Rodrigo will certainly get game time because we are playing Foden at the right wing and we are playing Bernardo Silva and those players are not naturally wingers. So getting
Yeah.
Rodrigo and knowing Manchester City can afford him,
Yeah.
despite their release clause, it's just that I feel like he's happy at Real Madrid. He's just happy. He wants to see
I
how
don't
well he's
think.
gonna play with Neymar and Mbappe and all of that. But if
Yeah.
Rodrigo was not happy, he would definitely take the Man City deal because leaving Real Madrid for Manchester City is not a downgrade.
No,
But
no,
if
no,
you leave
no.
if you leave Real Madrid and go to Arsenal or go to Chelsea in this day and time, it's a
Yeah.
downgrade. No offense to
Yeah.
the history of the teams, but currently it's a downgrade. So the best it's either you go to Man City or you go to Bayern Munich. Yeah, only. I'm sorry. I don't know any other top club
so,
right now.
so now, would you take him as Man City? Would you take
I
him?
definitely, I'd love him there. He would damage the Premier League. We would win a
He's,
treble again. I'm telling you.
he's a nightmare.
Come
That
to,
guy's he's
he would
Barcelona
come to
nightmare.
haunt. He would haunt Real Madrid. I feel like we'd meet again, maybe in the quarter-final, semi-final, and then Man City can beat Madrid again.
Don't just mind all these people, man. All this FIFA and UEFA, they know what they're fucking doing, man. Honestly, they
Yeah.
know what they're fucking doing. All they just want to do is just look for ways to just make money for their whatever. All this match, they fix all those matches, man. I'm sorry, I'm not having it.
It's
How is it like every season now? It's Manchester City and Real Madrid, Man City, Real Madrid,
because that
Man
is
City.
the money game. That is the money game. That's gonna be sold out at both stadiums. And the commission
That's
that UEFA gets is crazy. They get a lot of commission broadcasting rights, man. It's crazy.
they're
Crazy.
making a lot of money, man. Football is blood money. Honestly, football is
It's
just.
the new drug money. I'm sorry. Man, you get £400,000 per week. You don't even have a hat trick. You don't have a side assist. It's just nonsense.
Yeah, so now we have seen Manchester United right now. They've been signing. I've not really have time to talk to you about all this. We've seen United and the way they've been moving in the transfer market. Like they got in Lenny Euro,
Injured.
who is injured for 3 months. They got
Man,
in Joshua Zexi. I haven't seen enough about him. But the honest truth is that they are still finding it very, very difficult to get rid of players. And I still believe more players needs to come in, but they are finding it very difficult to ship out players. The likes of Scott McTominay, Harry Maguire, and the rest.
what do you think? What do you think United is actually doing? Is United reshuffling or they
You
building?
can't even say. You can't
Because
even say
if
because.
Because if they're trying to reshuffle the team, then they should let go of players then and then bring
Honestly,
in new
man.
ones. But right
And
now,
the,
it's like they're just bringing in signings, thinking
mm,
that it will change the system. You need more than just signings to change the team. Look at the teams that are flourishing in Europe. How many signings did Madrid make? Just one that I can think of now. Man City
mhm,
have like two signings. Teams are not buying a lot of players because they're already established. They're just adding to already what they have. So
yeah.
They did the same thing last season. They signed a lot of players. Even the Weghorst, that guy, the previous 2 seasons ago, most of their
Mhm,
signings never went well. I believe the best signing they ever made was okay, not the best, but the most promising signing for me is Hoyland. Who's Hoyland?
mhm.
I actually see the quality in that boy. I see the quality in that boy. But Casemiro and Varane are elite footballers to be playing for a team like United. So it's like I'm used to playing to such quality players, and then I come to United and everybody is under me. That's why it's not working out for both of them. That's my
So and
opinion.
it's crazy, man. Look at it. They've been linked to this guy called Amrabat, and we haven't heard anything since then.
Is he what?
Amrabat
He's
because
leaving the team. What are you saying about him?
he came on loan and the loan expired. Sure you get. So
Oh,
now Manchester United and Atletico Madrid wants Sofyan Amrabat on loan. But Fiorentina definitely not they don't want loan. They want to sell the player. If you're coming for him, come for money. And one thing I don't understand is this, man. Manchester United are just one deluded fan base. How have you paid 15 million pounds for a player like Amrabat? He came on loan, then you want to go and loan him again. Yet
But
he
man,
has
50 million is
like
a buying price for most players, but that's a loan price for Manchester United. How does that
no,
work?
no, no, no. These days it's crazy, man. That is football for you these days. That is football for you these days.
Loan
Football,
price and the buying price is the same thing now.
you get crazy deals because they paid 50 million euros last season for him.
Mm,
That 50 million euros is around 10 million pounds, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
Now he has a clause. Manchester United might have go back there and give them, I think, 15 or 20 million to just buy him because he has it already and they've got the advantage to sign him. But now you have people like Atletico Madrid also wanting him as well. Atletico Madrid
Mm.
want him as well. But Florentina do not want loan. And for me, this is nonsense. It's not like I don't understand how this club is being run, man. But how have they been in a situation whereby like I've not even had it before. I haven't had it
Manchester
before.
United will always shock you. The biggest shock to me, okay, when they signed Eric, né, because he has a
Mhm.
bald head, I'm like, this guy, he's
Yeah, they bad. They think it's Pep.
yeah. So I thought, okay, this guy even has that like that face that he's a serious man. He means business. Only to
Ah,
find
yeah.
out he was there to damage the culture and the heritage of the team. Since he's joined United, there's been so many ups and downs. There's been nothing has been like they haven't been building on anything concrete. How they won the FA Cup, it's just luck. It was voodoo. I'm sorry.
It's what
It's
voodoo.
voodoo, man. Like how Manchester City were hangover from celebrating the league. You know,
I mean, man, it's just
just
crazy, man. It's just crazy.
if I was a
This is
United supporter right now, I probably would have lost weight
why.
because they stressful. Every decision they make, every signing they make, everything they've been doing ever since Eric came to the club has been highs and lows. Look at Marcus Rashford. He doesn't get punished. There's no penalties for anything that he does that's unethical for the team. He's a spoiled brat. I keep saying.
He's a star player, almost. What do you expect? He's a star player.
The star player, but nowadays we as the football who watch the football, we judge you based on your performance, and his performance lately has not been the according to how much he be getting paid. This nigga gets around 350,000 pounds, but he plays as if he plays for Kaizer Chiefs. Like, come on,
So what do you have to say about these signings? This guy signing this Atletico Madrid signing this guy
Connor.
Conor Gallagher.
It's a loss for Chelsea. It's a loss for Chelsea.
Why would you say it's a loss for Chelsea?
Because, ish, it's just a loss for Chelsea. He's actually an exceptional player, but things didn't work out last season. It doesn't mean he was the problem. If you check this guy's work rate and his vision, it's exceptional. But Atletico
Why?
Madrid,
Why? Yeah.
Atletico
Why?
Madrid, I mean business this season. They mean business.
Yeah. Yeah. You could see they're still going for Amrabat. They mean business, man. So I will not be
They
surprised if
mean
they can
business.
fight for the trophy.
I love
Honestly, I will not.
Atletico Madrid for how consistent they are and how they don't use emotions to run business. Like,
Mhm.
they've had Diogo Simeone for the longest of time. They're not always reshuffling players. They loan out, they buy. Clean deals. The owners are okay with finishing top four and always playing for Champions League. That's clean stuff. Now, if you look at Manchester United, it's a different story. It's a different
Honestly,
story.
man. And some of their fans will not even just want to hear this huge or this crap. They'll say you are talking crap right now.
And they're just
They
loyal. They're just loyal, and loyalty sometimes gets you hurt. You know why?
they
Why?
believe so
Why do
much.
you think? Why do you think they let Conor Gallagher go? You think it's the new manager that signed? You think it's the new
No,
manager, or they
no,
just
no,
don't,
no, it's
or the
not.
manager
Because
doesn't see his
one thing is
quality?
this. One thing is this, man. The way Chelsea wants to play, Conor Gallagher does not suit that pattern.
Style of play. Do you see that
And
Chelsea
besides,
has 45 players?
yeah, and the thing is that it's been 2 years they've been wanting to sell him. 2 years. Because people make it seem as if it's just because this manager comes in, they want to ship him out. No. They've been talking about shipping out for like 2 years now. So I don't think it's just all of a sudden because this guy comes into the club, they want to get rid of him. No. They've been wanting to sell him all along. They've been wanting to get rid of him. So just that last season, what's his name? Pochettino is the reason he played so many games. Even been like they see him as the captain and everything. That's why people are like, really, really reacting. But the honest truth is that the way they want to play football with their new manager does not suit the way they want to play. What is your say on this guy going to Tottenham, Dominic Solanke?
Excellent decision.
So you think
Because
it's good? Yeah, go on.
he will flourish. Like the reason why I say that is because teams like Tottenham, they don't have a high expectation, so they don't make big moves. They make rational moves, so that
Mhm.
even if things don't go as good, it's not a loss. Like what's the worst that could happen with him signing to Tottenham? There's not. I don't believe there's a lot of pressure joining Tottenham. He's a quality player. Plus, I love the manager. So there's more reason for things to go well than things to go bad. You know, it's about time
Yeah.
that he takes on a new challenge in his career. So it's a good decision. It's a good deal. I wish him all the best.
I just you have to just wait for the deal to be concluded because I don't think the deal is done yet because when you look at what Fabrizio said here, he just puts the emoji for eyes, which means like this deal, there's a possibility of this getting done.
No, I
But that
believe he
is
will take it. He will take it because if you look at things not on the football perspective, but you as your on the lifestyle side of things. If I'm joining Tottenham from uh my previous club, Tottenham is an upgrade, man. They've got nice
yeah.
facilities. They've got a nice stadium. You get more sponsors, more pay. That like they, I believe players do consider their lifestyle when they change teams. Like when
Hmm.
Jack Grealish joined Manchester City, I watched the video on their YouTube channel. It's like, yo, I'm not used to this, you know, because Manchester City is luxury. You know, teams like even Tottenham, they've got an amazing investors. So he'll take it based on all the factors that he will benefit from.
That's interesting, man.
What do
Now,
you think?
I don't know. If, I don't, I think it's going to be a good move, man. Honestly, I think it's going to be a good move. I think
Because
he's going to ball out.
Richarlison is not potent enough for me. I'm sorry, Richarlison not
No,
potent.
he will ball. I think he will ball. And what is that? I think Richarlison is also going to end up at what's it called, Saudi Arabia. I think so.
Yeah, he
So
must go
that'll be
there. They
very
will love
interesting
him
to see.
inside because he's not potent. Tottenham, Tottenham can finish on a higher position than United. Because if you looked at Tottenham's performance last season, it was
Mhm.
excellent at the beginning of the season. It's just that
See, because
injuries, yeah,
yeah, injury,
injuries
yeah.
messed it up. But if you have a high football IQ, you can tell that Tottenham are building amazing stuff. There's no pressure. They don't have high profile players. They're just operating normal. As long as they qualify for
Mm.
Champions League or Europa, but mostly Champions League. But United, they're putting pressure on themselves. They're putting too much pressure and expectations. Even like, come on, they're in too
And the
much pressure.
manager as well, man. He needs to deliver as well. So
It's his
that'll be very
fault.
interesting
It's his fault. He
to see.
started off with the Ronaldo thing, because
Imagine that
us
guy.
people who are from the outside, we see things like, okay, if you think Ronaldo's the problem there, then if Ronaldo is not there, that means United will perform better. But we haven't
Yeah.
seen that, so that means all the
Oh,
big decisions he's taken have been a flop. I'm sorry. I'm
that's
sorry.
true. That's true. That's true. I do agree with you. I do agree with you. Now, Aaron Basaka has been the latest player to be linked with a move out of the club. But the honest truth is that Manchester United are not even making things easy for themselves because the
You
money
know,
they've been asking is just crazy. It's just crazy. West Ham are still pushing to sign from this come from Sky Sports. He said West Ham are still pushing to sign Aaron Basaka. A lot of the details between clubs have been agreed, but contractual details and terms of his departure, which United still to be finalized. Now, this is what I can see from this deal. You know, West Ham have agreed to pay the 18 million pounds they want for Aaron Basaka. But the problem is that Manchester United are not willing to give Wan Basaka part of the payment because Aaron Basaka demanded he wants part of the money. And this is the same thing that happened with Harry Maguire last year, where West Ham offered, I think, 30 million for Harry Maguire. But they did not want to give Harry Maguire something to live because these players still have contract with you. So when they have contract with you, you can easily, give them something because they will end up losing because this player, the likes of Scott McTominay and Wan Basaka, Harry Maguire, they will leave the club for free next season. But they come tell you that Fulham does not want to pay 30 million for Scott McTominay, but they paid 35 million for Emmy Smith Rowe. They believe Scott McTominay is worth more than Emmy Smith Rowe. Like, what is like for you? How much do you think this guy is worth? Scott McTominay.
No offense, he's an average player.
Hmm.
He has big moments.
Yeah.
But if we're judging based on his career, what he's been through, what he's done, and where he's at, I believe he's roughly around 35 to 50 million. Because he's coming from Manchester United. So if I'm gonna buy him from Manchester United, I'm expecting to pay that much. But you see, that's another thing that's crazy about these transfer amounts. You have
Hmm.
Conor Gallagher getting bought for 45 million. So
Hmm.
so me saying that Scott McTominay is worth 50 million, I'm basically saying it's better than Conor Gallagher. Is that basically what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
see, so it's contradictory. It's contradictory. I don't know
But
what's
for
the
me,
criteria that
like,
he
like for
said
me, I just believe that that price is the best he is worth, man.
he'll
Because
get.
you know what about
If
Conor
they
Gallagher?
negotiate well, he'll get 50 million. If they negotiate really well, maybe add
No,
on, just maybe.
nobody will. I'm telling you, nobody will pay that money.
Who
Nobody
wants
will
him?
pay that money.
Okay, who
No,
really?
it's only Fulham, and Fulham came with 70 million at first. Then they came with 17 and 20 million. They came with 23 million. But now they walked away out already because for me, I don't think that guy is worth that amount, man. Because when you ask me, say, what does he offer what does he offers you in the match? Aside the fact that he can just come around and just score a goal, and some,
That's what I was saying. Like
sometimes you need the eye test. The eye test cannot deceive you. When you look at Conor Gallagher, you know that was a baller, man. He's a baller.
that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, what criteria is there to determine the value of a player, man?
Because clubs sees it. Any
Is the
club that comes
negotiating? They
any
negotiating.
clubs any club that come for a player, they can see it like, okay, no, this guy has this quality, this dude has this quality, we are going to spend this much on him. And they know
Yeah.
a crap player. If they know if a crap player this one is a bomb. Like, the fact that, yes, Emmy Smith Rowe that was playing for Arsenal, he might have been injured, but when he played, you could see the eye test, like, okay, this guy is a good player. And that is why Fulham would cough out 35 million for him. But the same Fulham that spent money on a player whereby last season he was injured, but they've seen glimpses of him, they've seen little of him, they knew he's a good player. If he can have a good full season, he will play very, very well. And they look
That's
at
true.
Scott McTominay and they came there with 17 million. It tells you everything about the player. It tells you everything about the player. That this guy is not good enough. Even though he's not going to start in our team, we just want you to just be a squad player. But
Mm.
because all this United fan base, I don't know if they are being deluded or they mean what they say. They will tell you that Scott McTominay will start for Fulham, it will start for Everton, it will start for Tottenham. Like, dude, what are you guys talking about?
They
He won't
saying
start
that
in.
because
He
he's
will not
from
start in all these
United.
teams.
They
He
say
will
that
not
because
start
he's
in all
from
these teams.
United.
Big up Max. Big up Max. He will not start in United. He will not start. Because one thing is that you can value Scott McTominay in your team, but
Mm-hmm.
come on, don't tell me he will start for
Fulham.
Tottenham or
Nah,
he will start for
Fulham he
Fulham.
won't start. He won't start. I'm sorry.
Because the fact they want him does not mean that the fact they want him does not mean that he will start. They might want him, okay, to be a squad player, but not to start. Let's just go look inside that midfield of Tottenham. Who does the bench?
No
Like,
one.
if everybody is fit in that Tottenham team,
No
who
one.
does the
No
bench?
one. No one. With all respect to him, no, he's not starting.
So the thing is
But
that Manchester,
at the
I
same
just believe.
time, it's also United. Okay, no, I don't want to say it's his fault, nah. But for a player to get better, he needs to start games. He needs to build the momentum. So United haven't given him that privilege. Is that due to his performance during training? But he doesn't start games for us to see how good he can get. But for the glimpses we've seen, he's an average player, a moment player. He reminds me of Origi that used to play for Liverpool.
Yeah, Origi,
When he
yeah.
went, he's a man for the moment.
Now, Manchester United says, he says, I don't want Amrabat. But that is the person they are looking at right now. Manchester United are looking into bringing back Amrabat on loan.
I believe
Of which,
he's a good addition to the team, but ish, till this day, Temba, I don't
yeah,
rate Eric's football knowledge, man. If
no,
if me and
that's his
you,
problem.
if me and you were coaching Manchester United from just a footballer's analyst perspective, it would not be so
Mhm.
hard to take players to their peak. Like I could get Garnacho to perform at his best. I can get Bruno Fernandes to lose his attitude. I can get Harry Maguire to peak again. Amrabat, they didn't
And
get
I
Amrabat.
agree.
They
I
didn't get
agree.
Amrabat for nothing. Somebody saw something. I see the IQ that he has, but it's not gonna flourish under Eric. Come on,
I
man.
honestly do agree. I believe these players, yes, they might not be good enough, but
But
I don't
they can
think they
get
are
better.
that bad. I don't
Yes, they
think they
can
are
get
that bad.
better. They can get better. Like there's players who are average that become better over time. I don't want to speak bad on
With
this guy,
coaching,
but
with
Karim
coaching.
Benzema, Karim Benzema has been playing football for the longest of time. But there was always room to improve, and he did that. That's how he won a Ballon d'Or. You check. So,
Right. They say you're talking crap. But the honest truth, he's a Mark is a dad United fan. You
yeah.
know,
So from
he's
his
a dad
perspective, I
United fan.
understand why he'd say that. But the few glimpses of Amrabat that I've seen, I see why they got him on loan in the first place. But under
No,
Eric, he's not going. All I'm saying is that
no,
under Eric, he's not gonna
yeah,
flourish. Under
no,
Eric, he's not
because
gonna flourish.
Eric,
That's
I'm not giving him that game time because me,
no, but
I believe Amrabat is a good player. I believe Amrabat is a good player, no doubt. But the thing is
mm,
that sometimes it still boils down to the manager as well. If the manager does
exactly,
not give a player that game time, you judge him wrongly, honestly,
exactly
and that's the
because he's not
problem.
starting. He can't prove his worth. You know.
Look at what he says. He says Karim Benzema was world class. Alex Ferguson wanted him at 17.
I
Then
agree. Yeah.
then he says I have watched Amrabat at Fiorentina 2 years. He was never good enough to play for
Play for
United.
you now. Who
But
actually bought Amrabat? Was
it
it
was
was it
Tenag.
Eric? Man? Was it
It was
Eric?
Tenag.
You see, that's what
It
I'm
was
saying. You see
Tenag.
exactly. Can you see my point? Eric doesn't have an IQ for players that have amazing talent that he can groom. Whoever he look at Anthony. Oh Lord,
Man, it's
look at
crazy, man.
Anthony. Ah, come
And the fact
on, man.
that Anthony have actually played for him before, like I don't understand. Now he says, you know the reason why he's going for this Mazui. He says he believes that the if Mazui comes into the club, it will make
Mm.
Anthony play better. Like it does
There's
not
no
make any
such.
sense. So, whereby
Anthony
a player
needs,
needs another player to play better. It's madness. It's
Anthony
like it's
needs
crazy.
a player. He needs a manager that doesn't laugh. You see, if Anthony maybe was under Hansi Flick, he would maybe be more disciplined. I don't know if his football would improve, but that guy, I feel like there's no repercussions for bad performances at Manchester United. If I perform bad, it's okay. I'll come back next week. It's okay.
Just take a look at this team. This was the team Eric and Ag had like 2 years ago. This team, I'm going to add it right now. Um, Let me see what it says again. It says Brazil selects Anthony ahead of Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, no, I'm not saying Anthony is not good. I believe that somehow, somewhere, it has not been able to work. I still believe Anthony is a good player. I still believe if he's given that time, the opportunity, he's going to play
Yeah,
well
good.
at
Yeah, I
Manchester
agree.
United. He will play well. Just that
The
I just
mindset.
think the system
Can we agree
and
that
the
also the price tag messed him up? It did. It messed. I'm telling you, the price tag got to his head. Plus, going to the Premier League, it's an overhyped league, so obviously it gets to your head. And Anthony is still young. These
and this is
factors you must consider them.
this is the problem. I don't like signing players off competition because Amrabat was only good in 2022 World Cup, and he was exceptional in the World Cup.
Yeah,
And
true that.
you would think that he was this great player. They went to go and sign him, of which he was just for that moment, that competition. He was good for that competition. So it's a shame. And now
It's a
look at what
shame.
look at what Mark said. Now Marcus Rashford is not even better than Anthony. Now you know what is that I agree with you, but Manchester United fan base, most of them will kill you for the statement you made. They will moody you, like they will go after
He's
you for
one
the
of
statement
them.
you made.
He's one
You
of them.
know, he says Marcus Rashford is not better than Anthony. He had a bad season due to
But we can agree on
mental
that.
stress.
We can agree
Like
to that.
me, I'm telling you, on a good day, I don't think Michael Rashford is. I don't rate him. But what I'm saying is that you see this statement Mark made now. So many
Mm.
Manchester United fan base are going to they will kill
Bench
him
him.
for it. They
You
will
would
kill
bet.
him. They will want to murder him for this statement he made because
Mm.
it's the fact. But they don't want to see it that way. And people
True,
believe Marcus
because
Rashford is worth 100 million, 100 million, 120 million. Ask their fan base, how much do you think Marcus Rashford is worth?
they would
Say
say that.
120,
They would say that
150. Like, and you ask yourself, just look at what he's earning. Look at what he's earning currently at Real Madrid, at Man U.
a
Crazy
lot.
money. He's earning crazy money.
Crazy. Week in, week out.
To do what? To do crap. He does that
To,
guy does absolutely nothing. And if that team is going to move on to where they want to be, I'm telling you, they need to drop people like Marcus Rashford.
they need to
They
do
need
a
to
proper reshuffle.
they
Like,
need to draw
but
that guy.
gonna take an exceptional manager to cope with that. And Eric is not the man for the job. He's not the man for the
Honestly, it's
job.
not.
He's
No,
not.
trust me. Now look at this team now, and tell me how is this team not good enough? Because I believe this, even the team they have currently right now, I believe that team should be able to make top four. Look at Tenak playing Ericsson as a first nine. Is that not madness?
Hmm.
Playing Ericsson as a first nine. Is that not crazy? That
Eric will
is
always surprise you, man.
that is a team. This is a team he had 2 years ago. Like everybody was fit. So
And
tell
you're
me now,
picking.
tell me, this team, you have David De Gea, you have Shaw, Martinez, Maguire, Dalot, McTominay, Fred, Sancho, Fernandez, Rashford, and Ericsson. Then on the bench, you have Ronaldo, Malaysia, Varane. Varane should take Maguire's place.
Anytime.
Varane should take on this game now. He should take this guy's place. Then Scott McTominay. Instead of you playing Scott McTominay, I don't you play Ericsson. I always say that guy is not good, man. That guy is a bomb. You have Donny van der Beek. Why don't you give Donny van der Beek an opportunity? Then, instead of you playing Cristiano Ronaldo, you would rather play Ericsson at the first nine. Is that not madness? It's crazy, man. This
Hmm.
guy is. I don't know how he makes his decision.
You remember how we were debating about this when it actually happened? We were like, what is this man doing? What is this man doing? He didn't even play Ronaldo in the Manchester derbies like it was out of respect. It's as if he knew he was gonna lose the game. How can you say that? I'm not playing Ronaldo out of respect for him, and then you lose the game. Like, come on,
Man,
really?
like it's crazy, man. And the thing is
Why?
this, man.
Why is United's fan base not trying to maybe have a petition to release Eric? Like, come on, because you won the FA Cup. That means nothing, man. That
No,
means nothing.
we have to see, man. We are going to end up seeing what it does. Now, look at the current team. Now, this is the current team they have at United. This is their current team as it is, and the one they are hoping to get over the line. They've got
Who is the
Onana.
best player on this lineup?
Yeah,
Mino.
man.
Imagine.
And
I'm saying it's Kobe Mino. Imagine
you
me
can
saying
even
that.
say you can say Ahmad as well. You can say Ahmad as
Imagine.
well.
Yeah.
Okay. You know one thing. Okay, just look at it now. Let's just say Man U are able to get all the players they want. So what these people now or this starting lineup tells me that they were willing to bench Ganacho, Sancho for Rashford, for Ahmad, for Anthony. Like I
Hey.
don't like it just tells you and shows you what Ten Hag is all about. Because one thing is that
He doesn't
one
need
thing
to
is
really
this.
buy so many players.
Just look at Rashford. Me, I believe Sancho. Like Mark said, Anthony is better than Rashford. I believe Sancho is a better footballer than Rashford.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the fact. And the fact that as long as Bruno is still playing as a 10, it will be very, very difficult for Manchester United to actually get goals because Bruno only just wants to just launch those long passes. That is what Bruno is all about. Like,
You know,
let's play
Bruno,
football.
Bruno,
Let's play
Bruno
football.
has high potential too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Bruno, but I see the potential he has. It's just I don't like his attitude. But if like Bruno was operating on a good mindset, he could play really well, along with let's say for Rashford, they bench Rashford. They must play Garnacho and they play Sancho.
Play
Hey,
Sancho.
man, Eric Tenara. I don't even think Eric Tenara has a console. He must play FIFA maybe to see
You
what's
know me,
going
me,
on.
me. You see me here. I love Ganacho. I love Garnacho so much. But one thing is that I believe Sancho, you see, Sancho is a
Has
better
more to
footballer.
offer. Has more
Yeah,
to offer.
because Sancho can hold on to the ball, beat a
He's
man,
got
pass the
he's got
ball.
skill. He's got vision. He's got IQ.
But
He's
Garnacho,
got
you see what
experience.
what this is why I want Garnacho to be out of that club is because of Garnacho is going to be the next Rashford. The next Garnacho is going to be the next Rashford.
He will.
Garnacho, they just get the ball. They want to just take. Let's run. We run. We cut you. We want to shoot. No. Sometimes we run. We cut. Look for that single pass. Give that pass. The ball
You
is in the
know,
net.
I believe some of these young players should like not play in the Premier League at the early stages of their career because it throws a lot of football IQ from their side. They should be playing in like Serie A or La Liga. That's where you gain proper football experience, dog. Because
Mark. You know
imagine
what,
Garnacho playing in Serie A, man.
Mark? I do understand what they are saying. When you say he refused to play for United and I've never delivered in 3 seasons, you first of all need to understand all the managers
Why?
that got him into the club.
Yeah.
The manager that bought into the club, those people did not have a plan for Sancho. They never had any plan for Sancho. It's just like the Donny van de Beek as well. Donny van de Beek also came to Man U because it pains me that at the end of the day, we'll call the likes of Donny van de Beek, we'll call them flop. We'll call Sancho flop. But if we are going to be honest to each other, did the manager give those players that opportunity to show themselves? Did they have plan for these players? The answer is no. The way Sancho plays, if anybody tells you this guy, they had this plan for him at the club, you will say no. Sancho is a player that we hold on to the ball. We saw him at Dortmund. What I was saying here, we saw what he did at Dortmund. Sancho played football for 4 months, I believe 4 months or 5 months at Dortmund.
Exactly.
It was
That's
it
why. That's
was
why I'm going
better.
back.
It was better than everything United wingers forward did last year. So
He
many
even
times
completed.
he needs the
He even
manager.
created statistics for himself in the Champions
Yeah,
League that nobody
he
has
needs a
done.
manager, a good manager. He needs a good
Exactly.
manager. So that's
Exactly.
what
I
I
go back
say.
to saying that. Yeah, I go back to saying that the root of a player's performance most of the time goes down to the manager. A manager should be able to identify a player's strengths and weaknesses and how he can improve them.
Now
Literally,
I like what he says here. I like what you said, Namak. He says it's not disagreeing, it's better, but Mason Greenwood was our best winger, and fans did not want him because of the media bias and agenda. One thing about you know one thing about that Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood is
The
a
English
footballer.
media, English
Yeah,
media.
Greenwood is a very, very good player. Just that, yet again, at that point in time, not now, at that time, he needed something to be done to his game. And this is why I always say something about what instruction does Eric Ten Hag tell all
Give
these players?
exactly. I wonder what
Because,
advice he gives to Bruno. What
like,
does he tell Bruno?
because one thing is that sometimes it's not about, it takes a coach to shape a player. What advice does he give to these players? Because I've been
Young
complaining.
players, young players even.
What Sancho and what Rashford and Garnacho does is similar. They cut and they shoot. Even Anthony, he cut and shoot. Why don't you give them the instruction, dude? It's not every time you shoot. You should know when to shoot and when to pass.
Mm.
Look at Lemmy Yamal. Lemmy Yamal know when to shoot. That is the like what separates Lemmy Yamal and the
And
rest of these guys
everyone.
is because he knows when to shoot and when to pass.
And he
But
doesn't even, I don't even think he gets instructed there. It's just football IQ, man.
but
IQ is something you
all
don't
this
buy. You don't
but
buy
what
IQ.
sometimes you need to tell them, guys, I don't want you shooting. You shoot, put him on the bench. By the time you do that twice, 3 times, they would learn. But all this about you caught, like you are in a place, you dribble one, dribble two, you caught, pass, you want to shoot, you shoot the ball.
Simple,
Guy,
simple. Like, it's also knowing the fundamentals of your position, you know. People like, remember Sergio Busquets, how well he played the midfield. If you know the fundamentals of your position, you are bound to flourish. Now you ask yourself how hard can it be to just play your position, do the right thing, you know?
now, Mark is saying yes. Say players have to earn game time. It's not about being given time. You have to play for it. Now, Mark, like you said, now I understand what you're saying. But with Ten Hag, can we all agree that Ten Hag has favorite in that team? Because
He does.
if
He made
if you are
Bruno
telling
captain
me
first things first.
if you're telling me that if I'm going to agree with what you said here, you said it all. You said it all because the likes of Ganacho, they earn it and they made it that no man, you're not benching me anymore. You understand? But when it came to some players, we did not see that same thing like you're saying. Because Ahmad came in, played, and showed you that I should be playing. What happened? He got dropped. We only saw him again when he needed to save his job. So sometimes I understand what you're saying, and you are right. But yet again, sometimes the manager can do what he wants. It's competitive sport, not participation. True, Anthony had a better season than Sancho in personal performance. Yes, but with the English media say that to you, they will not say that to you because one is English, the other one is Brazil. Is the thing. One is English, the other one is Brazil.
Talk
Just
about
like when
United
I was
history
saying,
first.
that's what when I was saying it yesterday that would you tag this guy a flop, Grealish? Nobody will say that because Grealish is an England player and they want they,
And
they
he's
want
playing for
trophy
Manchester City. Exactly. They won't.
and they want trophy.
He's
They
not
won't
worth
call him
100
that.
million. Me, I'm a Manchester City supporter. I will tell you 99 that this guy is not worth the money they bought him for. And Grealish is not even a natural winger. He's not a winger. He's a 10.
Yeah, he's a
You
10.
see, you can tell when he gets the ball, he's still deciding should I cross, should I cut in, should I pass, should I shoot. I hate that. And then when Doku starts the game, you can tell the difference.
Okay, look,
Check.
look at what he said there. He said Lemine was taught in the academy. I agree with you, Mark. I agree with you. I agree with you. This is why I
That
said
means
I
United
I, I
Academy is
asked
nonsense.
I asked because no, because one thing is that if you are one thing is that I've looked at the players that are playing for United's academy. Watch them when they come to play in the preseason, like the Oyedele, Amas, what's his name, Collier. Those guys are ballers. Like you could see them that you can see that academy stuff in there. Like, okay, I hold on to the ball. I know how to pass. I know how to make a
Even
move.
don't forget Kaibu Mainu. The fact that he's even starts for
Man,
Manchester first team. It's a big deal. It's just that when you get to Eric Ten Hag, the man at the top, you flop. I'm sorry.
that is not Pep football. You are not supposed to walk ball into the net.
Hmm.
Pep is shit football, boring rubbish. I know, like, I don't like Pep football. I don't like it. I also don't
But
like it.
but but coming from him, because he's the one saying it as a Manchester United supporter, it's gonna sound biased.
Mm. Pep Ten Hag did not buy Sancho. No, I agree, he did not buy Sancho, but they bought him for an expensive amount of money. And the thing is that some people they tell you that he's working with players he did not buy, and I agree. He works with players he did not buy, but he's not the first manager to work with players they did not buy. Pep worked with manager he did not buy. Postecoglou worked with player he did not buy, even
So it's
down
not
to
an excuse.
Mourinho,
So it's not an
Conte.
excuse.
It's
It's
not
not
an
an
excuse.
excuse.
I keep telling you, it's not an excuse. Don't tell me that it's not an excuse. You might not really
Can
value
we
the
just
player.
be honest with one thing? We don't rate Eric. I'm sorry. We just don't rate
No,
him.
no,
That's
me,
the
me,
root.
me. I always say
He's
it.
the
I don't
root
rate
of the
Eric.
Manchester United's problems. He's the root. He's not the man for the job. Simple. He's not the man
I,
for the
me, I,
job.
I, I don't rate. I always say it. I don't rate Eric because I believe those players they have
They have
can do.
high
Can,
potential. They
I
can do
watch.
the most.
I watch Bruno Fernandez. You know, I watch Bruno. The issue what is that people want to tell you that some Manchester United fans going to tell you that no, only going Soldier football was boring. It was crap.
Mm-mm.
I said, but
That
still,
is
at
like
least we can tell
they
that it
finished
was.
second place under
We, we,
Ole.
we,
That is
we
not a
could
small thing
tell.
to
We
do.
could say that it was counter-attacking football. We could tell. We could see, okay, this is counter-attacking football. Ole Gunnar
Plus,
Solskjaer, he
don't forget
smacked. He
Ole.
smashed.
Ole knows the culture and the heritage of United. He played for Manchester. You check.
Yeah,
So
because
he knows.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer now, he smashed teams 6-2, 5-2,
He
9-0,
finished
4
second
4
place. He
4-0.
finished second
How many
place.
games did Ten Hag win? 4-0.
Huh.
How many has he won? 4-0. All these guys we're talking about are the ones that are 17. These same players we're talking about, let's get rid of them. Let's chase them out. Those are the same players he used to save his job. Ahmad was a flop. He was bought for 40 million and got benched by young Mason Greenwood because he was average and still average in comparison. Right now, if you're saying right now, I don't know about right now, but Ahmad, I wouldn't say he was average because one thing is this, man. When he came to United, Ahmad was a 10. at Atalanta, he was playing as a 10. It was when he came to United that they converted him to a winger. He was a 10. And the season, Ahmad was injured for 6 months and got a red card in the same game. But that was a stupid decision as well. I was so mad at him when he came in against Liverpool and got that red card. It was a very, very stupid decision. You're not even playing games. Then you came to a match, you scored a goal. All of a sudden, he got too excited and got a red card. And after he got the red card, when he came back, he went to the bench. It was crazy, man. Honestly, it was crazy. But now, like for you now, you see Liverpool now. Liverpool have gotten I think they've agreed a deal with Zubimendi that plays for Real Sociedad. He says he's talking about you now. He says this dude is an hater. Bet he rates deserving.
No, I'm a Manchester City supporter.
No, he say you like,
I'm a
but
citizen.
he say you rate
I'm a
deserving.
citizen.
Yeah,
No,
but
look,
but
you see how loyal he is, and he's defending his Manchester United.
mm,
I will do the same. I
yeah,
am a citizen, full force. I love football because that's why I support Manchester
pep football
City.
is rubbish, man. Pep football is
True,
crap.
no,
It's
no, I'm not
rubbish.
disagreeing with you, but me, I enjoy it because I am the Manchester City supporter.
I
That's why I
football is
joined it in
rubbish,
the
man.
first place. I enjoy possession football. You
I would, I
understand?
would, I would rather take this guy over him. I would rather take let me
Deserving.
just drop. Yeah, I would rather take a Klopp over this thing. You know me. I will not hide it. I would rather take Klopp over
I
this
agree.
guy.
But end of the day, if me and this United supporter are going head to head, I'm winning. I've won.
Yeah, don't worry. He asked me. I'm dropping the link. He asked me to drop the link. He's coming. He's coming online now.
Because like
Ahmad right now is a benchmark man to Mason
he's
Greenwood.
very loyal to his club, eh? He's really loyal
Mason Greenwood
to
is a good
Manchester
player, man, no
United.
doubt. Mason Greenwood is a good player, no doubt. Bro, you cannot sell out your stadium unless United comes to town. He's taking a piece at you right now.
Yeah,
Ah, but that's the
this is
truth, man.
it's already a
You
Manchester
guys are
derby.
still being you guys are still being investigated for fraud.
Ah,
They
it's
talk
okay.
about you guys for fraud.
I will go to prison with them.
Get out. That is the link, Mark. That's the link, Mark. That's the link right there. So you should come and tell you want to come and tell you, come and tell you peace of his mind. But the
Yeah, me,
next
I'm
truth,
going
man, don't go away. Don't go away. At least be here for like 10 minutes before we end the stream. So
because
I just hope you
Manchester
get
City,
interesting.
my team, Manchester City, man. Let's be honest, the charges are not gonna go far, man. The least they're gonna do is find the team and they're gonna pay the fine.
I
You
am
see, if
sorry.
Manchester,
I don't want fining. I'm sorry. We don't want fine. I don't
I
want
know,
fine.
but
I'm
I feel
telling
like
you.
that's where it's gonna go to, man. Let's not forget that
No,
the
no,
people that
man.
are.
That won't be justice. That will be justice.
But
At
let's
least
let's not forget.
wait,
If you
wait.
look at
I want them to strip you guys of the title. Take your title away from you. You see your premiership, take it away from you. Take away like the year Ole Gunnar Solskjaer finish second. They should give Man U that premiership. The year that Mourinho finished second, give this guy that premiership as well. So that is the
but
way it
it
will mean something. And send
true,
you guys to relegation. And send you guys
but
to relegation as well.
the people will really know that Manchester City won the league through performance, regardless
No, it's
of
a
them.
lie. It's a lie.
So,
It's a lie. We will know that you guys robbed it. We will know that you guys robbed it. You stole it. Don't come and
but
start
you see
putting everything
you
here.
see, if Manchester City was a small team, yeah, it would be easier
Mm.
for them to get charged. But
No,
because
it's
of
not easy. It's not easier. The reason
it's
why it's
not
not easier
easy.
because the charges is
The
too much.
owners, the owners
115
are
charges, 115, 115 plus
and
another 22 charges.
let's not forget
Eh?
that the owners of the club have too much power. That's why it's not a
Dude,
easy thing to just give
dude, we
them the
don't care.
charges.
We don't care. We
But
don't care.
that's
You guys
why it's
have
taking
too
long.
much
That's
power.
why it's taking so long. That's why it's taking so long. You check.
No, they are
Why did
investigating.
Everton got fined? It was even the most simplest of thing they could have done. They
Their
deducted
charges,
points.
it was
Even
small.
Juventus.
It was
Even
small.
Juventus. Yeah.
It was a little charges. It's not like it's not enough. It was little. But
Yeah.
your own is 115,
115.
115 plus 22. They at least that's 22 right now. They find you guys. That one is 2.9 million.
But
They
let's be
find you guys
honest.
already.
Do you see Manchester City getting charged officially?
Yeah, man. If I'm going to be
Honestly
honest, man, I don't think
speaking,
so.
let's be honest.
I don't think so, man.
It's
Honestly,
gonna die in the air. Let's I'm like, if Manchester City was like a smaller
that's why.
team,
That's why it's
would
pissing me off, man. It's pissing me
yeah.
off. But I
Manchester
wanted
City's
to get charged,
superpower is
man.
money and power. Our superpower is money and power. Besides that, it would be over.
I want you
Clean.
guys to get charged, man.
Simple.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I want
but
you guys to get
City,
charged.
it don't happen.
Yeah,
We'll buy the Premier League. We'll buy the
yeah.
Premier League.
What were you saying? Say it to Mark.
You,
He's here.
you know, see, I listen to my brethren talk. Now, I don't really have that much to say about Man City. I just keep it real. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If you're winning, you're winning. The objective of football is to win. Remember
yeah,
that. It's not
Yeah.
about feelings, right? Too many fans care about feelings. You know,
yeah.
like, if you break the rules to win, using a loophole, bro, I don't
Hmm.
care. What
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do,
yeah,
I don't care, bro, because I
yeah.
care
True.
about United. I think a lot
Yeah.
of fans care too much about the fact that Man City winning now, bro.
Hmm.
Decades, bro. I watch you all relegated. I watch you all lose. We beat you all. The teams beat you all. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, we
Bro,
even
these
got
things, this
relegated
is football.
and all of
Football
that.
is go like that. You all in the up now. Good for you all, bro. I like to see it, bro. Because I am one of those fans that I want to beat the best. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I don't
True.
want to beat our weak team. I want to beat teams like you. Like when I beat you in the FA Cup, bro.
Yeah.
You are
He
celebrating
said it
for
was
sure.
voodoo.
You
He
are
said it was
celebrating
juju.
for sure.
Bro, let
Yeah.
me tell you something. I tell men if we lose, don't beat up before the week. But I had a strong feeling. You see, because
Hmm.
here why, right? Football's so fun. Coaches, it's how to watch coaches. People don't like Ten Hag, but Ten
Hmm.
Hag know what to do to win games. The
Yeah.
problem with United is we don't have the profiles for
Yeah.
players to give him the right selection choices. Now we have all these big names like Marcus Rashford, we have Jadon Sancho, we have this one, Bruno. Now Bruno, a lot of people will get on Bruno. You might hear fans say they don't like Bruno, but Bruno don't have the right players around him. If you put an intelligent midfielder like a Bernardo Silva next to Bruno,
Hmm.
you put an intelligent defensive player like let me say Ugarte behind Bruno. So let me
Yeah,
say Kobe
I
Menu,
agree with
Ugarte,
that. I
Bruno.
agree.
You, bro, will watch my midfield in December and be like, bro, we gotta do something about that. We gotta get up. We gotta get Kobe Menu to me. And Pep won Kobe Menu. He
Yeah.
made two
Yeah.
offers to Kobe Menu already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So look at it like this. It's like it's all about perspective. You know, you might have good players, yes, but sometimes you don't have the players around them to elevate them. Now, for
Yeah.
me,
True.
a lot of Manchester United fans harp on Rashford. Rashford done at United since 21-22 season, bro. He don't have
Kick
it.
him out,
He
man. I've been
cannot
saying it.
carry
Kick him
our
out.
squad. When you're
Kick him
wearing
out.
a number like a number 10, you're
That's
wearing
a
the
big
number
thing.
7, that's a big thing. Some fans just forget that, but for me, I
Because
old
you've been
school, brother.
supporting United for the longest of
I
time.
old
You know the
school, brother.
heritage that comes
Any
with the
any
number.
football team I know, when you're watching football, two numbers is look for on the field first,
10
9
and
and
7.
10. You know, now it's in England is 10 and 7. In Spain is
Hmm.
10 and 9. In Italy, 10 and 9. You know what I mean? In France, it might be 14, it might be 11. But the
Yeah.
most important numbers on teams is usually 10 and
10.
9. And that
Ah,
number
man.
10 killer is talisman, right? Talisman,
Man.
maestro, talisman. So
And
anyway,
Rashford is not.
He's not.
actually, no, no, listen, if he consistent, he is a talisman. I cannot
Yeah.
deny him that. In the two
But
Hmm.
seasons, he scored 17 Premier goals. He was the talisman in them 2 seasons. That was 4 years before and last
Hmm.
year. Not
Hmm.
this season, just gone 21, 22, 23, and 4 years prior to that. He scored 17 PL goals. He had 11 assists on both occasions. And in overall, he had about roughly between 28 to 30 to 40. He had 28 goals in one situation and 14 in all in terms of total GA in both
Yeah.
situations, right? Now, for me, that's not good enough. And when I say
No.
it's not good enough, is because the time span. You get 4 years apart through an 8 year career, a 9 year season, a 9 year career at United. And this is not good enough for our club. Because at the end of the day, a team like United, we have to have players who doing it at least 2 out of 3 years, not 2 out of 8. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it have certain players in the on the field overpaid. I think they believe their own hype. United in a bad situation. Now we have big names and thing, but United in a way. Now, bro, a lot of people would think that this is United bad, bro. Bro, this is United good, bro. In my honest opinion, after what we went through the last 10 years, We lucky to finish 8th last season, bro. The
Yeah.
way we finished 8th, because technically we finished 6th, tied for goal difference with 2 other teams, right?
Yeah.
So like we say, and bro, let's be real. If Sancho was here last season, where he should have been, he should have never say what he say, bro, because he's not the first player to get criticized. He's get that same criticism at Dortmund from Ted did, bro. I was right. I live in, bro, half an hour from Dortmund Stadium, King.
Mm-hmm.
My brethren have a season ticket. I just see Sancho week in, week out, bro. He was
They were
not
expecting
pulling.
me, Sancho.
He
They were
pull up.
expecting me
He
there.
pull up trees in 3 games, bro. 3 games, 1 league game and 2 Champions League games. Anthony have more GA this season. Another shit season, bro. Understand what I'm telling you,
And yet they
bro?
crucify Sancho.
Crucify him, no, but they
Anthony.
see they have to do that. But that's okay. You see, because Anthony South America, and I not worried about him. Last season was really too much pressure on him mentally with the whole situation.
Yeah. With the rape
This
and
season,
whatever issue,
he
yeah.
will come back. If it's just to fight through 2 men standing up in front of you, bro, he will do
And so
that.
give him game time as well. Give him that
He
game
go
time.
get game time, bro. We have enough competitions to play in Europa League as a league this season. A lot of fans not understanding that this Europa League being and Champions League being extended 2 more games, basic, is going to
Mhm.
throw off a lot of teams next season. And teams like United and Real Madrid have one thing in common. When it comes to competing on all fronts, you can't beat we, bro. Right?
Yeah, no, you
Now
can't. You
United
can't.
might be as bad as theirs, but if you look last 2 seasons on all fronts, because at least in the semi-finals, bro, we was at least within the discussion up until the late. Even in the Premier League, it had a point last season in February where if we had win 2 games, we could have been in the running for top 4 easy.
Yeah, true.
So for you, Man City, this is my honest opinion to you this season. You need to watch yourself, bro. Your team slack. Your team has been slacking over the last 2 seasons. Your signings, Savio is a good signing. I like him. He's a real good player.
Yeah.
But, bro, the Premier League going to be a real uptake on the education for that brother, bro. Because the physicality of the Premier League, bro, you see that quick feet he had there? He better pray. Understand what I'm telling you. And this is not me wishing it on him because I wanted him for United, but I know we'll never get him because he was a Girona player.
Yeah.
You know the Man City group thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if he get a breakup this season, it could be a tough road for him, bro. You know what I mean? But he definitely would improve y'all. Matthias Nunes are disappointed that he don't get enough game time. I wish he did come to
I agree
United
with you on
instead.
that, man.
He's a
I
big
don't.
player, bro.
He's a
But here what's going on, right? You can't have he in your midfield if you have Foden playing at
Pep has
10.
a thing of doing that. Pep has a thing of signing players and he doesn't give them enough game time. He
Bro.
did
And that's what I have,
No,
man.
here what's going on
Calvin
with Pep. You
Phillips,
see,
Martinez Nunes.
Pep is a problem, bro. I'm gonna tell
He
you
is.
something, right?
He's quite picky, you know.
Pep want everybody to have that natural Spanish mentality in terms of football. When it
Yeah.
comes to football,
And it
not
doesn't work
everybody go
for
and have that,
everybody.
bro. And the way England is coached, you talent in the academies, bro, is 2 different things. Like in Spain, there's allow players to organically develop until they're 14. From 10 years old, they start to tell you, hey, don't dribble as much, don't do this, don't do this. Pass, 1 pass, 1, 2, pass. In England, you understand what I'm saying? It's more direct.
Yeah.
So it's different. So you gotta understand these are things that has changed the way players is developed. Look at Phil Foden, bro. I don't know about you, broski, but I real disappointed in Phil Foden. From the hype that he have to the way he is now is a
Yeah, I
failure in
agree.
my opinion.
I can agree on that.
He
I
now
can agree.
make himself. I don't know if it's Pep fault or if it's his fault,
It's
but
Pep.
he is now only good on the wing. He is not an option to be playing in the middle of the park as a number 10 because 2 things is the problem that he don't create for the team around him. He don't make any of the players around him actually better. The only thing that he does is create room for himself and for the striker. He had to play on the wing. You watch it with England. I just watch it with when he played a couple games for City this season. He had very good games. But if you look
Palmer is
at
a
in
better
the
player.
games, he
Palmer is a
was not
better player,
raising the
man.
level or creating for other players around him. He's creating for
He will
himself.
struggle.
That's
If
true.
Foden leaves,
That
he
is
will
so
struggle
true.
in
That
other
is like
clubs.
true.
He will
That's one
struggle.
City, like the City winning the league as many times as they have. It's just been, I don't know. It's a marathon. Winning
No.
a
It's
league.
not marathon. It's not just a marathon. It's a good thing for City. City was the
Yeah,
best team. Is the best team in general in terms of the squad. They have the deepest squad.
but I hate how Pep kind of takes away like your natural talent out of you. Look at Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
Jack Grealish for me, he played better at his previous club than he's playing now. because he seems undecisive whenever he gets the ball. A winger should know, should I cut in, should I shoot, should I cross the ball? Jack really still trying to process what he should do. And then if you look at somebody who's a natural winger like Jeremy Doku, he always knows what he wants to do on the ball. So Pep's system doesn't work for every player. Some players it makes them better, but some players it just demoralizes them and makes them decrease their value. Look at Kevin Phillips. Why did they sign him in the first place? And now he's
To
not
balance the
considered.
books.
That
To
He's
is
not
the
balance
even
the
great, the
books.
considered one of the
greatest
best
question
To
I
players.
have
balance
to
the
ask
books.
you guys. What you all really wanted to achieve signing him? No, mind you, I never rated him. I never rated him one bit. No time, no time, no time.
Mm-hmm,
So when you
mm-hmm.
all signed him, I was completely shocked, completely. And I mean, but I also was disappointed because
It was
I
the
mean,
English media. The English media has a way of overhyping players. It's one thing
mm,
that they do really
It's
well.
always the team, man. It's always the
I'm not
team.
saying Kevin Phillips is not a great player, but he's not as great as people make him out to seem to be. You check.
Mm.
But Martinez Nunes is one player I'm disappointed that why he's not starting him regularly. Like don't buy me where I'm starting at my previous club. Then I come to you, you don't even start me. I don't even get enough minutes. Me as a player personally, I wouldn't feel amazing. Despite the salary I'm getting, the lifestyle, but I'm a footballer, I want to play. That's really what I'm here for. But if you're not gonna let
100%.
me play, then you should have never bought me in the first place. You
Don't
know?
worry, man. If you all want, you all could sell Matthias to United. I mean, it wouldn't be no scene. I mean, at the end of the day, we and I'm not making no joke, bro. United used to wear them fellas hand me down kits for a point in time when we was going bankrupt. So, we are the noisy neighbor. They are the noisy neighbors. I mean, at the end of
Yeah,
the day, we were the once the noisy neighbors at one point in
yeah,
time as well. I just feel like other clubs in the Premier League should be disappointed because Manchester, whether it's the City or United, we dominate in the Premier League right now in this era. And
Yeah, you guys
when it
also
goes from you
dominated under
guys, it will
Ferguson
come
now.
to us. I being honest, like man, them okay. People would think I'm crazy when I say this, right? But last season is not a barometer by any means to explore and make a criticism or adjudication of what Manchester United go and do this season. That freak situation of injuries and the takeover and the players who was beefing and all those things, that is like a perfect storm where three different hurricanes collide in the center of the ocean. That is a
yeah.
perfect storm, bro. That is the rarity of that happening is like generational situations, right?
Yeah, it's true.
So
True.
imagine just imagine United 5 to 10 points better already this season,
Hmm.
right? And that's
Now, Mark,
that's just with the players being fit.
You look at him now. That is the Man City fan I was telling you about. But it's just that he's always busy. So you guys, you
Yo,
can also
I
you
have a
can
bragging right stream that I would like to do on
yeah.
Wednesdays, bro. If you
Yeah.
have the time around 11 UK, it would be cool. You could join for 15, 20
11
minutes.
a.m. or PM.
PM
PM.
in
Okay,
the
I
night.
think that one you might be doable. Might be doable. I think so because
Yeah,
by
yeah,
that
yeah.
time we'll be back
No,
from
you
work
don't
on
have to
Wednesday.
stay for the whole stream. You could just come on, rep your club, give your opinions, what happened in this Wednesday coming, it will be the opinions of the community shield between us and what we go expect for the opening week.
Yeah. No, we
You know
can
what I mean?
definitely.
And then they could
Yeah,
probably say where you feel the scoreline would be, whatever. And I mean, if you have to go, is no problem. But that's just basically the gist of the show. Come on, brag about the club, where you do, how you doing, and that's it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's bragging
definitely.
rights
I
is the
know
name
we
of the
can do
stream.
that. We
And
can
guys,
definitely.
please, man, if you haven't subscribed as yet to Mark, because I know the only person that have subscribed to Mark's channel is United Forever. So please, I will paste it
You'll send
now.
me the
Please
link, then
go.
Prince. Temba, you'll
Yeah,
send
I'll
me
send
the
it to
link.
you so
Temba.
you can show him some love. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
So because man, we want to build a community. Let's build the community together, man. I'll send it to you. Don't worry, I'll send it to you.
Big up, bro.
Short so.
Uh-huh.
So, guys, we'll get to end the stream here, and I'll see you guys. Maybe if anything breaks later, we might react to it because right now every transfer is just kind of like quiet. So if anything
Yeah,
comes
nothing
up
is confirmed.
later,
But if anything, I'm looking forward to the next season. I feel like there's no team that is guaranteed a certain position. Every team means business. They are really reshuffling. But before we end the stream, I wanna know what's your take on Vincent Company being the manager of Bayern Munich. Will he be able to fill up the big shoes that he's been given, or will he fumble under the pressure? Because the owners obviously expect him to win the league. That's for sure.
Well, he
Bayern
swam
Munich
the
have to do
Turgen.
it.
He swam the
Yeah.
Turgen. So he's an official Bayern manager because until he swim that, you can't. He's not a Bayern manager. I mean, I think his tactics I mean, don't get me wrong. I think his tactics and the way he set up Burnley last season was decent. I think largely the quality of some of the players was letting
Yeah,
him
yeah, yeah.
down.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
It's
largely
just the
some of the
players, but the
moments,
vision is there.
the vision was there. Although the only problem I had is that, bro, like, it's a situation where you could see, the moment in some games was a little bit too much for some players. Change it.
Yeah,
Be
true.
pragmatic, and we intend to play that way, but there are some times when you have to change it, and that's the
Mhm.
mark of a really top class manager. Because look at Pep. Everybody say Pep is play his style of play. No, Pep has changed it. Pep
Yeah,
has
it
changed
changes
it so
sometimes.
many
It changes
times,
sometimes.
bro. So many
It
times.
changes.
Sometimes 2 or 3 times he's changed the way he
It
playing a
changes.
season. People
It
just
changes.
forget
Yeah,
that
Sometimes
because things, yeah.
this is
they
pragmatism.
end up winning 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, and it's fine with it. It
But
changes.
do you guys think that the Bayern owners are giving him pressure, or they're gonna be patient with him?
I
I
think
think they'll
they'll
be
be
patient,
patient
bro.
with him. I don't
They'll be
think
patient.
they could give him any pressure. Bayern is not
Because
a club.
he's still a new manager into the football, and
I
he
believe
hasn't
he's
really
going to do a
coached a
good
high
job. He
profile
will do a
team
good
like that.
job, no doubt. He will do a good
They
Yo,
job.
shouldn't give him pressure though. If he doesn't win the league, they shouldn't give him any pressure.
I
You
mean,
know.
I only think the only way that he could get fired is if he finished fourth
Yeah.
or fifth. I think he will. I think he will still finish top four. Don't get me wrong. Bayern Munich is a
But
He might
not
quality
even win the
fourth.
league,
club.
He
self.
shouldn't be
He might win
fourth.
the
He's
league.
a decent coach. I think he will do decent in the league. He will win a lot of games. I don't know if he will
Mhm.
compete for the title, but I
I
definitely
think he will
think
compete for
he in
that
the
too, man.
shout for top four. So as long as he stay there and do well in the Champions League and the DFB Pokal,
Mhm.
yeah, he will be there for the next couple of years. Bayern Munich is not a club that used to sack in managers every season,
No,
and they
no,
Yeah,
no,
they
sacked
they're
don't
two
not.
they don't
managers
do
back to
thank you
back
for no
And
already.
not
reason.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
And by
They're
the way,
not
guys,
Chelsea.
please,
So.
Yeah, Chelsea.
that is the link there. Short, so I'll send it to you now on WhatsApp. That is the link
Okay.
there. Please subscribe, and I'll also forward you the link on Instagram so you guys communicate. You can invite you also to the stream talking about.
Big up,
Guys,
guys.
please, I'll
Thanks so
post
much
the
for
link
having
there.
me, bro.
No, man, anytime. Tomorrow we're having a debate show. Tomorrow you also come on, please. I'll send you the link as
Yeah, we'll
well.
be
All
there.
right, no problem.
Yeah.
We'll be
All
there.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
bye. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one, man.